Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Have you ever wondered or feel hard in doing the Arduino coding? So here is the video. We can simplify the coding in the Arduino for 5 minutes, friends. So when you have opened the new sketch, we try to get these two functions, friends. The setup. This is nothing but as a parenthesis, friends. And this is nothing but the curly brace. This is the open curly brace. This is called as a closed curly brace. Similarly, this is the loop. This is the parenthesis. And this is the open and this is the closed braces, friends. So this setup function having as in three attributes, friends. The first one will be it will do the initialization. Second one, this code will run after power on. And third one will be it will run only once, friends. So these three are the attributes for this setup function. In the loop function, so it will try to, this is the main code. And it will try to execute or runs repeatedly, friends. So these are the properties of the loop functions, friends. Now, what should be there inside the setup and what should be there inside the loop? Let us see, friends. Now, when you see the Arduino Uno, so onto my right hand side, you can see the digital pins 0 to 13. Onto my left hand side, you can see the analog signal A0 to A5, friends. So in this one, we also having the combination of PWM signals, friends. That is nothing but as in signals is nothing but 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So the rest of the things will be the digital input and output, friends. So we need to know this one and this one. This is the Uno R3, friends. So we are talking about the Uno R3. So now let us see how we can use these pins inside our code. The first function, what we have to see it as a pinMode, friends. PinMode. This P will be the small, M will be the large. Okay. So this one will be trying to take the first argument as a pin number. So that is nothing but the 0 to 13. PinMode will be taking the second argument, either is the input or output. Any one it can take. Input means we are taking the data from the external world to the Arduino Uno. Output means from the Arduino Uno we are driving to the out world, friends. And every function need to be finished with a semicolon, friends. This is the semicolon symbol. Any function need to have it as in a parenthesis and arguments need to be separated with a comma, friends. So this is the first function we try to see the pinMode. And this pinMode we will be using in the setup function, which we have already seen it. Okay. The second important function will be once you set the pinMode, we need to read. That is nothing but the digital read, capital R. And you need to specify which pin you want to read. 0 to 13. Any one you can use it. Only one you can use it, that you have already set. This digital read, it can give only two values, friends. Either low means 0 or high will be 1. So this written value will be either 0 or 1. But if we set the pinMode as an output, we can write to the external world by using the digitalWrite, friends. And we need to specify the pin 0 to 13. You can mention if we want to drive low mean low, high mean high. Any one only, friends. And semicolon. Low mean it will try to drive 0 volt on the pin. High mean it will drive 5 volts on the pin, friends. Digital pin. So these three functions we try to use it on the digital. Now let us see the other functions, friends. Fourth one important one will be the analogRead, where we have A0 to A5, friends. So this analogRead, it can take it as A0 to A5, that is analog input, friends. This analogRead, the value we can get it as 0 to 1024, friends. So this is the value we try to get it from A0 to A5 analog inputs, friends. Now fifth one, we try to see the analogRead, friends. The analogRead we try to use for an PWM signals which I have seen. It can take it as a 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So any one of this one we can use it, and the second value 0 to 255 it will try to take it, friends. So this it will try to generate the PWM signal, friends, on the PWM pin. So the PWM signal it looks like this. So this on time can be controlled by this value, friends. It is not as an, if you made it as 0, it is totally 0 volt. If you make it as a 255, it will totally 5 volts, friends. But in between, you can control the duty cycle by varying the second value. This is the value, we can change it. And any statement, it has to be terminated with a semicolon, friends. Now, let us go to the sixth one, friends. That is nothing but the delay. The delay, the argument will be taking as milliseconds, friends. So if you mention as in 1,000, so 1,000 milliseconds, friends. So milli and 1,000 is cancelled. So it is nothing but the 1 second delay, friends. So this is used for in order to give some delay in between the functions. It is like as a waiting time. And now let us take the other function. That is nothing but the millis, friends. MILLIS. So this function, it will try to return how much time it is elapsed from the power on, friends. From the power on, how much time it is elapsed we can get from the millis, friends. So now these are the most important functions in the Arduino Uno. Now let me discuss one more function, friends. analogRead of the channel. If you are giving as an double equal to 512 or greater than or equal to 512, so you can mention this block when the condition satisfied, friends. Else you can mention the condition not satisfied block here, friends. So this if condition is also important here, friends. If you are not using this analog, if you are using the digital read, you can mention this as the digital, and you can mention the pin number 0 to 13, and here is only two conditions, either it is equal to the low or high. And if the condition is satisfied, you write this satisfied condition code here. If not, you write here, friends. So this is the if block is also more important in Arduino code, friends. Now, based on the whatever the things we have learned in the Arduino coding, we can do this project, friends. Now, for this project, we require the Arduino Uno R3. You can take it. And the first one will be the rain detector sensor. This is the data board. You can take it. It is having the analog and the digital output. You can do whatever you want, friends. The second one will be the fire detector. You can see the fire detector data board and you can take it. And it is also having analog and a digital output. And you can read it, friends. The third one will be the buzzer. You can see the over here, friends. You can drive by using as an digital output or a PWM signal, friends. The fourth one will be the blink and LED. You can see, you can take this LED. It is also having the RGB, so you can drive this LED, friends. And the last but not least, you can see the touch. This is the capacitive touch. It will work like as an input, and you can give it as an analog or a digital read. You can use it for a digital read and see whether the touch is on or off. It is working like a switch, friends. And these are the projects we have already done and kept in our playlist, friends, in our channel. So for more interesting videos, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. That will help a lot to grow the channel, friends. Thank you very much for watching this video, friends.